We're gonna do a cooking class. We have JJ as our MC today. Let's welcome JJ.
Good morning.
He will be the one to give you the details of the event. I'll pass it over to him.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, good morning, everyone. How is everyone this morning? Good. We can hear that when you came in here. You sound like you had a good time lately. Okay, well, welcome to Thai cooking class. How many of you have cooked Thai food before? Raise your hand. Every week. Every week. Now, we were going to ask you to start by getting ready by putting your aprons and hats on, but you've already done it, so this is good. Now, we're going to be cooking 3 recipes, and if you all look on your tables, you'll find that you have 3 recipes this morning, and will be helped by Chef Somporn. Please, let's give her a welcome round of applause. Chef Somporn was actually born in a royal Thai palace. She's been cooking royal Thai food since she was young. Her food is so good that she's represented Thailand overseas in Singapore, Japan, England, France, Dubai, Hong Kong, India, Vietnam, Hungary. Actually, she's gone around the world for Thailand. We also have 2 other judges with us today that will be helping judge your food. We have Thai chef JJtvi and executive chef Satorn. Now, thank you very much. This cooking class today is going to be a lot of fun. In addition to making 3 delicious recipes that you'll be able to make at home when you go back, you'll be scored on 4 areas: preparation, presentation, taste, and, most importantly, teamwork. You'll notice that you're all in a teams of 9 or 10, right? So, you've got to break down into 3 groups, 3, 3, and 3 or 4. Because, while one group will be cooking, at the end, the next group will be in charge of bringing the ingredients for the next round of cooking, and the third group will be responsible for clearing the table and bringing the used items to the back counter over there. Kind of like... Okay. No, actually, you each will change places at each different recipe. Okay? So we have 3 groups. So now you can choose between yourselves who will be part of the 3 group. Okay, 3, 3, and 4. So divide each table into 3 groups now. Okay? Okay, raise your hand. Now, in each one of your 3 groups at each of your tables, within your group, you have to choose now a taster. Okay. You see, it's all about communicating together. The more you communicate, the faster and more efficient you are. And what do you do when you're faster and more efficient? How does that help you at home? Hello? If you're faster and communicate better, what does that help you do at home? What does it help you do? What are we all here for? To enhance, well, what does teamwork do? It enhances revenues and sales. Sales. So the trick is working together, okay? Now, last and not least, if it gets a little too hot in here, we're not going to need them. But just to mention, we have 3 fire extinguishers, one in the back wall there, one in the back, just precaution, guys, and one here, so you all know. Okay, but we're not going to need them. Okay. Does anyone have any questions? Just to explain precisely one more time, we have 16 groups. The first recipe will be tom yam goong. Section 1 will be cooking it. And everyone else can help by talking and giving moral support, etc. You are each teams, you know. Okay, so while section 1 is cooking, when you're finished, section 1 will bring their bowl up for judging. Okay, one member will bring their bowl up for judging. Then, section 2 will go to that end of the wall and bring over the ingredients for the next dish. Section 3 will take the used dishes on the table and take them to the back counter, where they go to the kitchen. At the end of the second recipe, when section 2 has finished cooking, section 2 will bring, one member of section 2 will bring the dish for judging. Section 3 will get the ingredients for the third dish at the wall over there. And section 1 will take the dirty dishes back to the counter. Okay? And then in the end, section 3, one member will bring their bowl up for judging. Okay? Is that clear now? Now this is the royal recipe for Tom Yam Goong. In restaurants you will find different types of Tom Yam Goong. Tom Yam Goong royal recipe is made with a transparent liquid. It can also be made with condensed milk or with coconut milk that becomes Tom Kha. So this is the transparent royal recipe. Okay, Chef Songporn. Thai spices are actual. Who knows lemongrass? Can you pick up? You have the lemongrass. This is a real lemongrass here. Okay, the full stick. Okay, you can pick it up and smell it. It has a lemony smell. And you'll notice also, this allows the cooking to keep the characteristics that are inherent in each of the vegetables intact. All the vitamins, a lot of these vegetables have very special what they call volatile oils, like essential oils, that are very good for health. We're going to put in the kaffir lime leaves. You'll find they're already chopped. The fish sauce goes in. Now we have the seafood kurai. The seafood kurai is the pinkish mixture you'll find in the middle of your trays. And you'll notice, you'll make this come to a boil, and very importantly in making Tom Yam Goong is you'll notice that at a point in time when the boiling is reaching a bubbly state, it'll start to release an aroma. It's at the point that the aroma starts to rise that you can lower the boil for a little bit, for a few minutes. Then you'll start to put in the prawns and the straw mushrooms. And this is where the trick comes in, where the taster will be important, because then you're going to have to season to taste. Okay, Chef Songporn is putting in the shrimps now. Okay. Now the trick with the shrimps is, who knows the trick with shrimps? How long do they cook for? Don't give me time, give me color. Well, white. They'll turn to a nice white color, and then we know the shrimps are done. Okay, and also they'll curl around on themselves. Okay. So now, of course, this has been taken down to a low boil to gently simmer. As you can see on your screen there, it's very, very nicely simmering together. These soups don't take very long to make either, as you see. The preparation of the chopping and all is more intricate. Here come the chilies. And of course, then you have to decide how spicy do you want your tom yum to be.
Very spicy.
Very spicy. Okay. But this is your choice, of course. Some people eat it very spicy. In traditional Thai medicine, they believe that if you eat spicy and it makes you sweat a lot, that it's taking all the toxins out of your system. But the trick is, if you really like the taste of the chilies without it wanting to be too spicy, take out the seeds before you cook them and cut them. Because the spiciness, that hot spiciness is found in the seeds more than it is in the skin itself. Now we have the lemon juice, fish sauce. And it has to have a very, how is it, a rochat in Thai, a very distinct flavor, which the tasters will be able to find out in a second. Because remember, the object of the game is to copy the taste that Chef Songporn has just realized for us today. This is where the teamwork comes in. Of course, the taste should be very hot and sour. Sometimes tom yum is also called hot and sour soup. And of course, for the presentation, the last bit is to garnish it with a beautiful little piece of coriander, okay? We can all give Chef Songporn a round of applause. Now, from each of the 16 groups, Section 1's taster, may you please come up. Okay, be careful, it is a little bit hot. One bowl is to be brought up at the end for the judges to judge, and the other bowl is for you to be able to taste yourself. Okay?
Okay, cool one.
Oh man. Good. Very good.
Okay, now, it's time to watch for the aroma rising.
Okay. We'll drive you, okay? Good? Good?
Let's ask the judges. More. Okay, looks like it's about time, everybody. Okay, we're missing 15 and 16. Group 15 and 16. 3 and 7.
Come on, great, okay?
This is what the green papaya looks like. Normally, if you were going to cook somtam at home, make somtam at home, you would start off with the green papaya. Okay? You'll notice that in front of you, the green papaya has already been shredded. Okay? Let's say you want to make this at home. You're first going to have to take off the skin. And have you ever seen it's a type of instrument that looks like a grater to make the julienne? Okay. So then you'll just grate this up into the long strings you see in front of you, this and carrots, actually a bit mixed together. So we've taken the liberty. Who would have liked to have shredded the papaya themselves today? Oh, you see, we've gone ahead and shredded it for you. That's a little easier. Okay, I think Chef Songporn is ready now. Okay? Now, everyone watch Chef Songporn with attention, because here again, the trick is in the tasting, the trick is in the spices. If it's not the right mix, who knows in Thai culture, what is one of the most important notions in Thai culture? Be it food, be it anything. Does anyone know what Thai culture is all about? Massage. Wrong! Very wrong! True Thai culture. It's all... No, not spicy. It's all about balance. Balance and harmony, exactly. And that's what you will find in every single Thai dish that you cook. Be it the tom yum, be it the somtam. It's all balance and harmony. As is such with the Thai meal. You'll notice, we won't go into that right now. Every Thai meal is almost like artwork, a subtle mix between the soup, the rice, and all of the different tastes that go around it. Now, Chef Sunporn has started by putting in the palm sugar, garlic, and chili into the mortar. You'll notice on your recipe cards that step 1 and 2 has been done for you already. We just talked about that, grating the papaya. Now, don't do it yet, don't do it yet. Listen up. Okay, we're starting with number 3. Palm sugar, garlic, and chili into the mortar, and you're going to crush this all together into a very smooth mixture. Here we have the palm sugar going in. The trick here, you'll notice that in your bowls, the chilies are whole. Because the trick of the sometimes is you want to mash the chilies to bring out their intrinsic flavor. Now, if you were to go and order sometime in the street, they would ask you, how many pieces do you want? Of course, I'm talking about pieces of chili. You can either put in 1, 2, or 3. 1 is not so spicy, 2 is normal spicy, and 3 is much spicier. And you have sometimes fanatics that go over 4 and 5 pieces. Okay. Once your mixture of palm sugar, garlic, and chili has been made, add the papaya and carrots in, and gently move them around with your palm sugar mixture, and continue beating. What's happening now? Your papaya and carrot will then soak up the flavor of your palm sugar chili mixture. Okay? This is where it's very important to get that initial mixture of spiciness right. So of course, you have 2 instruments. You have your pestle, your wooden pestle, to beat the ingredients, and then to be able to separate them around and make sure that they are harmonized. You have your little metallic spoon to help you in the procedure. Now, Chef Sunporn is moving on to add the lemon juice. Again, this is all by taste. Lemon juice. She's putting in 2 spoonfuls. Next comes the fish sauce. Fish sauce, which is a very important replacement for salt itself. And she's going to mix them all together. This is where the most important part is, bringing the balance and all of these delicate ingredients together. Now you've just noticed, this is the most important part of making somtam, which Chef Sunporn just did. You will find every single person who makes somtam, no matter where it is in the street, this is the most delicate part of the operation. Tasting it. They will always taste it to readjust it at this point. Every single person who makes it, without exception. You need to taste it and know the taste is just right. There are people who make good somtam and people who make not so good somtam. I can say personally, I tasted Chef Sunporn somtam last night and it is excellent. Excellent. This is where the role of the taster will be very, very, very important for the judges' scores later on. Presentation is also here important when you make this dish. You'll notice now also that on your tables you have a plate with cabbage and string beans. This is accompanying vegetables that are eaten traditionally with something. The last final touches is, when you have your suntan finished, the shrimps are placed on top, adding to the beauty of the presentation. Remember now, this is where the role of the taster is of the utmost importance. They are the ones that will be determining the exact taste of your sauce, and in some time, more than tom yum, More than in the third dish we'll be learning this morning, is this step the most crucial? Not predictable. This is, there are different types of suntan. Suntan with the crab is called suntan food, which is made traditionally in
Hygienic. Picking it up before.
When you put here.
Beauty and innovation.
That's always good in any company, yes? Alice, what do we say about beauty and innovation?
We have it all here.
Raise your hands. Which group thinks that they're number one in some time? Okay, we'll be very interested to see what the judges have to say about this. Who's ready to move on? Section 3. If you look at your pictures, you'll notice that all of the little balls are floating, and they can look a bit like a lotus. So Buddha is lotus. Loi is the one Thai for float. So it's a floating lotus. How many colors are there in your plate? In the photo? How many colors? 3. Right, you count the 3 in the store, but there are 3 colors of floating balls. So, Dua Noi Sam Si is floating lotus of 3 colors. Sam for 3, Si for color. Sam Si, 3 colors. Okay? Okay, now, very important to look at just some corn and the demonstration. You'll be boiling two pots at once for this exercise, for our dessert today. Just some corn is starting by putting on both burners. Listen up carefully, you have to do 2 things at once here. Okay? Do 2 things at once. In one pot, you'll be placing the water. In the second pot, you'll be placing the coconut milk. Coconut milk boils quickly also, so please be careful. Not dangerous, but be careful that it doesn't burn, as milk can do. Now, you take the coconut milk and boil it with the pandan leaves, the Vitae. We have something happening over there. Watch the demonstration first, please. Okay. Chef Sunporn is now taking the coconut milk, mixed it with the Vitae leaves. The Vitae leaves will give the aroma to the coconut milk, and she's added a bit of sugar to taste. Okay? All of this while, of course, your water is boiling. Chef Sunporn is tasting to have the perfect taste. Remember, tasters, it'll be your role to make sure to copy this taste. To taste by putting in just the right amount of pandan leaves and sugar. By boiling the coconut milk, it will release the fragrant odor of the pandan leaves. Now, who here knows about coconut milk? Is coconut milk, yes or no? Which part of the coconut is coconut milk? The liquid. The meat. We have meat. Who says meat? Raise your hands. Who says liquid? Raise your hands. We're getting shy now. It's actually the meat. Okay. Using the meat, you can make 2 different types of coconut milk. Coconut milk or coconut cream. But you'll normally can buy them in the store also. So while we wait for both to boil, if you to take, for instance, 3 cups of coconut meat, which is hard to get out by itself, and leave it for 15 minutes of 5 cups of water. Coconut cream, 3 cups of coconut meat, 2.5 cups of water. And after 15 minutes, you'll squeeze it through a mushroom. And this will give you coconut milk, as it's called. So if you can't find coconut milk in a can at home, which I know you can, you can always go and make it yourself. And if you can't find anything, well then you can actually use real milk. Okay, now the coconut milk is coming to a boil, as is the water. Now, again, you have in front of you, it's already been done, as with the papaya before. You see your balls in the little dishes before you, right? Actually, they're taro, pumpkin, and sweet potato. What you would do at home is boil, separately, the taro, sweet potato, and pumpkin until they were soft. Then you would mix them with the starch powder to make a dough and roll them into balls. Okay, so that's very simple to do, but a bit time consuming. Now, once the water boils, moving on to the next step, once the water boils, put the balls into the boiling water, and who remembers what the main title of the recipe is? Loy. What does loy mean? Loy is float. Loy is delicious. Loy is float. So what do we want the balls to do in the water? Okay, now this is look very, very well at the pot. These balls have to float. And when the balls are floating, then they will be cooked. You don't need raw starch powder here. Again, the taro, pumpkin, and sweet potato, especially the pumpkin, themselves have intrinsic properties that are good for nutrition, as well as having powerful antioxidants. Somebody's This is where it's important to find out and look at your coconut milk and make sure it doesn't overboil, and watch your balls to make sure they're floating and cooking. Undercooked balls don't taste good, so you'll definitely not get points for taste good. Notice how it's just so important using a strainer to be able to pick the balls off at the proper time. When the balls are cooked, you will then immediately transfer them with your strainer into the coconut hand-and-leaf sugar mixture. That itself has previously come to a boil. Always, of course, be very careful that your coconut milk doesn't overboil. Okay? It should be simmering your coconut milk. Not too many bubbles, or it can cook up very quickly. Then, place it in the mixture. Do not use the pendant leaves. The pendant leaves are used for decoration, for aroma, The pendant leaves give aroma to the mixture. They are not in the presentation, and you will garnish with coconut meat. The coconut meat itself is not cooked. It's put in the end to garnish and also for the flavor of the meat. So when your coconut milk mixture is ready, now, for those who have started beforehand, how are you going to get the taste right if your tasters haven't tasted yet? Yeah! Remember, you are being judged for taste. Do you know what this tastes like previously? Okay, tasters of Section 3, are you ready? Section 3 tasters, come on up, please! Oh, they're ready for the air, man. Ready for the air. The helicopter drops the food in Bangladesh and everyone runs. Mixing the water with the coconut milk, but I guess if you can help it, you might have to. What do you think of your Buoloy Sansi cooking experience today? This is Buoloy Sansi.
Oh, this is excellent. Yeah, you definitely win.
What do you think? We have very original presentations. The judges are going to have an extremely difficult time with this. What's team number 9 doing?
Case number 10. Number 10 is good. Case first. Yeah, we'll take number
We need these just in case you're undefeated.
Now, what is bringing your joy? Not be sweet, number 1. Could be sweet. Which is the tallying of all the scores. Okay? Winners for each different recipe. Now, who thinks that they made the best tom yum? The winner of the best tom yum was group number 7! Was group number 1! And it's funny because the winners are quite silent. Winners, I say. It was a tie. The best Buenos MC is group 28 and 3. You'll be able to see all of your scores from best to worst. But the winner of all of the categories on the count of 1, 2, 3 was group number 2.
But that was such a stupid idea, but I'm so happy we did it.
Can all the team members of group number 2 come up? And we have... I made a mistake on my paper, just to be corrected. The tie for Buenos MC was not 28 and 3, it was 28 and 13. I am so sorry about that the one looked like a splash, actually. 28 and 13 for Buenos MC. Anyway, we have a beautiful parting gift for the winners. Says so important. For all of our winning participants, and they get And they each receive we can all congratulate our winners today, but not everyone is going away empty-handed. Will the one representative of every group please come up front here, please? One representative of each group, please come here. Okay, representative up, line up in front here, please. In front of the numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, a representative from each group.
Another one.
Okay. So, number 1, 3. Done this morning that you can do at home on your own. Congratulations to all of you.